Welcome to Nicole's Review. Nicole's Review, we feature talk that matters. But at Nicole's Review, we took a break last year. We are back, people in Arlington. We are back. I know you've been waiting for this for the longest time, and we are back for you. At Arlington, ACMI, we are back. And this third episode today, we have two special guests. It is such a great honor to have my two very, very first guests for my third episode. I have David Sellers and Maya Bitz. Help me with your name.
Nitzberg.
Nitzberg.
There you go.
Welcome.
Thank
you so much for being on the show for my very first episode in the third season.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. So let's start. Tell me a little bit about both of you. Who wants to start first? I know I have two of you.
Yeah, my name is Maya Nitzberg, and I am the Development and Communications Coordinator at the Possible Project.
And my name is David Sellers. I'm the Makerspace Education Coordinator for the Possible Project.
Very good. I am so excited to have both of you on the show today. We have so much to talk about. Should we start?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. All right. Could you tell me a little bit about what your project do, what your organization stands for?
Yep. So the Possible Project is an entrepreneurship program. It's a nonprofit. It's an after-school program located in Cambridge. And we teach high school students how to start and run their own business.
Wow. Anything, David?
Yeah. So our, let's see, we're a startup. We're in our fifth year now.
Fifth?
And, yep. And our program has four major components to it. So we have an entrepreneurship curriculum that we teach to our students. I think you mentioned we're a 3-year program. Students start with us their sophomore year and they stay with us through their senior year. And so for about a year and a half, we have a fairly structured curriculum where they're learning various types of business concepts. And then the latter year and a half is more independent driven, where they're working on their own business operations. So that's the second component, is all of our students are running their own businesses. And so about every other month or so, we have a marketplace for our students to sell their wares. And so we've got students who are, they've got businesses where they're making soaps. We've got students who are selling hair care products, candles, jams, custom iPhone cases, shirts.
Whole range of
Wow.
products. Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, what are the range of the ages for the students?
So these are high school students. They start in their sophomore year. They come to the program whether by word of mouth. So we have a lot of students who come and they're like, I want to join this program. It sounds like we have a really beautiful space. You walk in and it feels like a professional work environment, but it's also, it feels like a shared work environment as well. So it's like very bright and colorful, and teenagers love coming to our space.
Wow.
So they talk about it with their friends, and so we have high school students coming in asking to join our program, but then also teachers and counselors and people at schools nominate students to be in the program. Wow. So they come in, as David said, in their sophomore year, and they're with us for 3 years through a 6-level program.
That's interesting. Now, anything special that you're working on at this moment that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, so we are currently in, as David said, in Central Square.
Oh, yeah.
So we're right between Harvard and MIT.
Okay.
And we are currently serving about 150 students. And in a year, we're able to serve 220, but that's just not enough. We want to serve more students. So we're looking to expand to another site that's larger. So from a 5,000 square foot space to a 9,000 square foot space. So now we'll be able to serve over 350 students, which is really exciting.
That is exciting. Now, where exactly the address? Where you guys located at?
Right now, we're located at 955 Massachusetts Avenue.
Oh, you're in Mass Ave. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, but we also have a makerspace, which is located at 107 Portland Street in Kendall Square.
Okay. Now, the project called The Possible.
That's it, the Possible Project.
Now, tell me about this. Now, why The Possible Project? Why you picked the name? What's the meaning of that? Oh no, he's laughing.
So yeah, well, when our program was started, we wanted to make sure that our students felt like anything was possible.
Okay.
The students that we target our, so we seek out students who we believe have untapped potential, sort of the silent middle. So we feel like there's a lot of resources out there for students who are really, really struggling, and for students who are really excelling. But those who are, getting C's, maybe some D's, who are kind of coasting through without some special help, whether from their families or community organizations, they can kind of end up falling through the cracks and not get the help that they need to really get them to where they could be.
Wow.
So our program, we target students who are low income, who are on individualized education plans, and who are
Recent immigrants.
Yeah.
It's very touching.
And so we want to, we want our students to know that anything is possible, and to sort of,
By,
reach what
by starting these businesses,
Yeah.
we're teaching them entrepreneurship, and we're saying that, through entrepreneurship, we're providing the vehicle so that they're gaining that toolbox of skills so that they
Right.
compete in the 21st century economy. So anything is possible.
That's such a great tool to have, mentally for the student to know that they can learn that and go out there and be something and do something.
Yeah, so a lot of
Don't-
these students, they don't feel, that they have the ability to go
Yeah.
in and, they'll graduate from high school, but then what? What are they going to do after they graduate from high school? Are they going to go into a four-year
College.
post-secondary education, right, college, a training program? Are they going to go into a job? What job would that be? But through the program, they're able to augment those skills like leadership and teamwork and resilience, and then be able to take those skills and really, succeed later on after they graduate from high school.
Okay, now describe one of your greatest accomplishment that you,
Yeah.
anyone? Can you just describe one that you're so proud of, you'd like to share with me today? And the viewers, everyone.
The makerspace.
Makerspace?
The
Sure.
makerspace.
So the Makerspace is probably the newest addition to our program. This is our first term really operating from out of the Makerspace.
Yeah.
And so far it's been going really well. So the intent behind the Makerspace was, there's a few different parts to it. So programmatically, we have a lot of students who are making products, and so we wanted to enhance that. So originally we had students who wanted to do things like make a custom t-shirt, but then they'd order, they'd create an image and they'd upload it online, and then they'd wait for it to be delivered, and then they'd mark that up to like $20 and try to
It's
sell
really
that.
expensive.
And so we wanted, since our students were already trying to create stuff to sell themselves, we wanted them to be closer to that manufacturing process so they got a more comprehensive understanding of the design and production process as it
Exactly.
pertains to entrepreneurship. So at the Makerspace, we have a laser cutter, we've got a 3D printer, we have a vinyl cutter and a heat press and a spray booth, and these are all tools that allow our students to create products that kind of are a notch above what they'd be able to do just on their own.
Right.
And it's also a space where, there's a concrete floor, there's wooden tables that are easy to sand down, and so they can feel free to get more messy and experiment and prototype
Right.
without worrying about scuffing up the tables and things like
Exactly.
spilling stuff on the carpet. Also, we wanted our students to have, with the students that we're working on with, we want them to have skills that will separate them from their peers. And so at the Makerspace, they're able to learn 21st century skills like engineering and design and digital fabrication using professional design software like the Adobe Creative Suite or SolidWorks. And so that way they can add those to their resumes, and they'll have a portfolio that they can use to apply to colleges, to apply to internships after they finish with us when they graduate from high school.
Right. Now, how do you feel about the community? How the responses are
Yeah.
you getting from the communities?
Well, right. I mean, one of our biggest achievements has been our relationships with the schools. So we are working with the 3 high schools in Cambridge. So that's Cambridge Regional Latin, Community Charter School of Cambridge, and Prospect Hill Academy. And we work really closely with those schools, and it's really important for us to keep that communication, going. And So, we have a lot of students coming from those schools. We're reaching 45% of the target demographic of sophomores in
big.
Cambridge. It's huge. And so, we think, or we hope that, they see us as a positive organization in the community, that we're bridging, the Cambridge residents or the greater Boston community with the tech and innovation hub that's happening in Cambridge. I mean, we're surrounded by all these resources like MIT and Harvard, and this is such a hot spot for companies to come in, but we want to bridge the gap between the populations that we're serving and the companies,
Yeah, and so I'd say that work's definitely being recognized. So we have a partnership with the Cambridge Housing Authority, and that's actually the property that the Makerspace is running out of, is the Cambridge Housing Authority property.
Right there.
And so they wanted to partner with us specifically for that reason, because they wanted to create more of a bridge between the Cambridge residents and the tech hub that's right across the street.
Right. And actually, so Biogen and Cambridge Housing Authority.
Biogen's right there. Oh, you have it all there.
Yeah, they both sponsored the renovation of our makerspace.
So you're getting a lot of responses from different people
Yeah,
that want to involve.
We have various events throughout the year. So we invite local business executives and
Good idea.
local business owners to come in, listen to our students pitch their business ideas, and they're there to provide their guidance and feedback so that our students can learn, what to do differently. It's part of the whole critical thinking process. It's part of being an entrepreneur, and that's a big part of our organization as well, really trying to connect our students with the local professionals, local businesses, and get them to network with those people, get exposure to those professional settings and the professionals themselves.
That's good.
So it's a really big proponent of our program to connect with the community.
Wow. Now, who are your targets?
Who are our targets? Our students. So the demographic is our high school students who are recipients of IEP, who are recent immigrants. We have a lot of students who are coming from Haiti after the earthquake. And students, like David said, that are in that quiet middle. So these are students who are getting C's and D's in school, who will most likely graduate from high school, but they're not sure what comes next. And so we're helping them to see that anything is possible. And
wow.
Yeah, and along those lines, so a lot of our students are like the first ones in their families to go to college, and so a lot of them aren't necessarily thinking that college is a place, like it's just not part of their thought process that that's what they would do after high school.
Exactly.
And so one of the core components of our program is pathways, and so we have it integrated within our program to help our students start thinking about what are they going to do after high school. Is it going to be college? Is it going to be a training program? Is it going to be an internship? Is it going to be a job? And then we help them find the resources that they need in order to make that happen. And so we've gotten a lot of scholarships for our students. We've gotten them into many colleges.
Yeah. And there's a lot of students in our program who never believed they would go to college. So, and they had people at schools or in their communities who are saying, you don't have the grades to go to college. And so they come to our program and, we're saying the complete opposite. We know you can get in and it's ultimately what you want, your future. Yeah, and these are students who got in. We have one student who's a recent immigrant from Haiti who didn't believe that he would ever go to college. Now he's at Ben Franklin Institute, and he's doing amazingly. He's striving throughout that year, and now he just got a job. He was promoted as a sales associate at Home Depot. I mean,
this is amazing.
Like one of the many stories of our students really achieving success.
Now, how do you communicate with a bilingual student? Do you?
It's just, sometimes it's difficult, but they're with us for 3 years in the program, and a lot of the program is for them to articulate their business ideas. Yeah. And writing a business plan and providing like the deck. Yeah. Where they're pitching their businesses in front of people, and it's a lot of public speaking. So they're learning English and
second language.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they know that. When they come in. Now, where do people get all that information? You have a
everywhere.
website.
We're
Where can you share with the viewers? Where can somebody get the information? You know, if somebody want to apply, or if we have students in Arlington that like to
Yeah.
get involved,
Sure.
you like to share with the viewers. So,
Sure, yeah. So you could, one of the best places is to go to our website, which is possibleproject.org.
okay,
We're also on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, we're at thepossproj, P-O-S-S-P-R-O-J.
okay,
And on Facebook, you can just search for The Possible Project.
Yeah.
okay.
And we're always looking for volunteers.
Yep. Okay.
And we have events all the time. So we publish that on our social media platforms. One event is a marketplace, so our student businesses will put out all of their products on a table and invite the community to come out and interface with our student businesses. So
Excellent.
anybody's welcome to that.
And we've got 2 marketplaces coming up. We've got a marketplace coming up on June 11th and
June
one on
26th.
Yep, June 26th.
June 11 and June 26.
Yep.
I keep trying to pull that. I get a sticker. Like, it's like sticky. The Possible Project, everyone. Excellent. I am so pleased to have both of you on the show. And anything you'd like to share with us, anything possible? Anything that you like to say at all to the student in Arlington that like to get involved in the program, like anything that you like to share that make them come out to see you guys?
If you have a vision and if you're passionate about something and if there's a problem that your community is facing, you can be a part of solving that problem.
David?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. The yeah, I think in our students, it's been really inspirational to see just how much the program means to them. There's just by virtue of us saying to them, you know, we require them to start their own business and just see, like, I don't know, it's not like, oh, I can, it's like, oh, I have to. But they have the freedom to do whatever sort of business they want, and having that, the resources to make that happen, I think is really empowering, and definitely shows in their confidence, their motivation. They start walking a little taller.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. It's nice to see them grow over 3 years with us.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate having
Thank you for
both.
having us.
Such a wonderful project, and I thank both of you, and I thank your father for referring me to you, and I thank ACMI for allowing me to come back to have my third episode. The Nicole's Review, it's always love to have great guests, and stay tuned for more Nicole's Review. We have great guests coming. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Nicole Samarco, your host, The Nicole's Review. Thank you.